So I'm just going to share a little snapshot into how I'm now doing what I'm doing with these videos. It's kind of been a bit of a journey for me, it really has. Because as I'm sure you can understand, to kind of stand in front of a camera or stand up on stage and speak to an audience and say, I see people shapeshift and there are coexisting simultaneous realities and blah, 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 and yet still have a professional business, may seem a bit, those two things don't go together. And it was a real challenge for me, it really was. And like I said before, I used to hide it because it was kind of like, if I go out there and I share it and speak about it, people might not want to work with me professionally. And it's taken me years and years and years to do what I'm doing in my work, my business. So there was a real fear about releasing or what I've released so far. But you know what? It's one of the best things I've done because it is me. I can't hide who I am anymore because it's me and it is a life purpose. So I just kind of want to share this with you, that if there's something that you hold back, that you're kind of a little bit worried and think, oh God, if I say this, people might think that, and you're worried about other people's judgment of you, then in my day job, I work with people about all sorts of issues. And, you know, I do consider myself well rehearsed in the issue of worrying what people are going to think about you, whether they're going to accept you, and putting yourself out there. Because I'm sure you can understand that it took quite a lot of courage to do that and be, yeah, you know what? Some people might question my mental health, but you know what? This is me, and this is what I consider to be the real reality. And so if there's anything that you hide or you hold back for fear of other people's reactions or responses to you, please, I want you to be aware that, you know, the first event that I did, it was only a 45-minute slot because there were 6 other speakers that day. But it went really well. You know, I had loads of people come up to me at the end and loads of emails and so forth. I thought, wow, you know, this is great. It was the ignition, the spark that I needed was to put myself out there and speak about it. So 3 weeks later, I decided to be like, well, I don't need to wait for an invitation or opportunity to be a speaker again. I'll just run my own event. So 3 weeks later, I organised my own event, and I had to relocate the venue twice because so many people wanted to come. And I was like, whoa, like what? And I had over 100 people turn up. But that day, I was able to sort of speak for as long as I wanted because it was my own event. So I ended up talking for about 3 hours in between certain different things that we did on the afternoon. And at the end of that day, I had all sorts of things happen on the back of it, and I was offered 2 radio interviews with people I'd never met before, all wanting to find out more about me and to help support me and get me out there. And like I say, whatever you may feel a little bit like insecure about or sensitive about people knowing about you, then please take it from me that if I can do it, so can you. And if you want a bit of guidance to do that with a professional, like I say, you know, look at my website and everything that I'm trained in and all the work that I do with people, then please take a look and you know, get in touch. Thanks for watching. Find me on Facebook, Becky Parry Visionary. Find me on Instagram, Becky Parry with a 3 for the E, and click the red subscribe button below to watch all of my videos.